The Doctorate of Humane Letters is the highest degree conferred by this university. This year, we are honoring an exceptional individual who has enriched our community, enriched the world of art and design, and enriched the world in which we live. If you've picked up a video game controller in the last 30 years, there's a good chance you're familiar with the work of Glen Schofield. Over the course of his career, Glen has worked on some of the biggest games and brands of all time. From Call of Duty and Disney to James Bond and The Lord of the Rings. His games have sold tens of millions of copies and generated more than $4 billion in sales and counting. A two-time winner of the prestigious Action Game of the Year award, Glen has amassed more than 100 awards over the course of his career, worked on more than 30 games, and directed more than 15. In addition to his work with the biggest brands in gaming, he has also created 5 brand new intellectual properties, including the iconic survival horror series, Dead Space. Glen is also the founder of 2 game development studios, including his current role as CEO of Striking Distance Studios. He is currently at work on the new studio's first project, a science fiction horror game called the Callisto Protocol that will come out later this year. Now let's take a look at some of Glen's iconic career.
Nice try, big boy. Since retiring from the public eye, I have resigned myself to a life of solitude. For 2 years, I started my day watching supermarkets sweep. Days, then weeks, blurred into one long, sorry afternoon chat show. The next thing I know, some government goons show up at my house. Seems they've caught a whiff of old Mr. Sunshine himself. Raz. He's back in the media dimension, and they think I'm crazy enough to go back in after him. So they whisk me away to Interrogation 101. They play rough. So we negotiate a little something to cover my expenses. They throw in one of those secret agent suits, and I tell them, looks like I'm heading back into the media dimension. There's going to be deja ouch all over again. I have a token I was bidden to show thee.
Frodo's mithril vest. Poor Hobbit must be dead.
I shall give you a message for your master. The ring wraiths come! Dark Riders, stand back!
Lord Sauron has lost patience.
May I help you?
A dry martini. Shaken, not stirred.
Certainly, Commander Bond.
Where is the girl?
Elizabeth Stark, the Prime Minister's youngest daughter. Received word half an hour ago there might be another kidnapping attempt.
Closer to home.
She doesn't appear concerned.
Why should she be, with 007 here to protect her?
Too bad. The game is over, Mr. Bond.
I think it's just begun.
Attention. Emergency quarantine lockdown is now commencing. All crossover tours between government and public sectors will be closed immediately. What the hell is that? Some kind of breakdown?
Remember, your code name is Van. Under no circumstances tell anyone your real name, understand?
Destination reached.
What exactly are we doing here?
Call security! Call security!
Detected.
Coming out of the walls! They're coming out of the walls!
Oh my God! What have you done?
Oxygen critical.
I'm losing it. I'm fucking losing it.
Health critical.
Excellent work, Van.
We got a unique opportunity here.
No mission too difficult. No sacrifice too great. Get your head down and keep moving!
When you're leading your own platoon, you find out there's usually two options. Bad and worse. But you focus on your men, because that's what'll get you through.
Sound scared, Private.
No, sir!
You should be. You're a long way from Texas, farm boy.
What about our...
We had order! Get down! All right, on me!
Transport ship Caron. You are cleared for landing.
Glen Schofield, please rise to receive the degree of Doctorate of Humane Letters.
Glen Schofield, we are profoundly moved by your contribution to the world of art and design. Mr. Schofield, by the virtue of the authority granted by the Charter to the Academy of Art University from the state of California, and by the powers vested in me by the governing board, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereunto, and thank you for your contribution to the arts.
Well, good afternoon, and congratulations, graduates. What a great day. First of all, I'd like to thank you for that introduction and the video. It's extremely humbling and a little bit surreal to see your career up there on a big screen like that. I apologize for Gex. That was a long, long time ago. That was my first 3D game, so that was in the 90s. And thank you to the President, Dr. Stevens, and the Academy of Art University for this incredible distinction. When I received Dr. Stevens' letter saying that the university wanted to award me an honorary doctorate, I was surprised, thrilled, and genuinely honored. To get something like this from a top university that I highly respect, well, that's truly amazing. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you. I love what I do, and I feel so blessed that I've been making video games for 32 years. It's been an amazing ride. Being an artist and a creative person is all I ever wanted to be, and I knew that from a very early age. I painted and I drew all the time, and actually I still do. And I'm so thankful that my parents were open-minded enough at that time to help me get into art school and to pursue my dreams. And I'm sure you're all here because you've chosen a path that you really enjoy and are passionate about. And by graduating today, you have taken the first huge step towards starting your career. A degree is your foundation. It really is in the business world. It's the first thing that we look at in a resume when we're hiring, especially right out of school. And you're all starting with a fantastic foundation from this university. What you have learned here these past few years is so valuable. You will reflect on this your whole career. And I know the education that you received here gives you a head start on your career. And I know that because I've been hiring from the Academy of Art University for over 20 years. They are my go-to university for creative people. Absolutely. I have over 20 alumni in my studio right now. And my daughter graduated from here 2 years ago and is already moving up the ladder as a video game artist with no help from Dad. I've been told to stay away from that, so. And look, I know the teachers and the professors are some of the best in the industry. I've actually worked with some in the video game industry. And I know others because I taught here a semester and I met many of them. They're professional, they care, and they know their craft. You are leaving here with enough knowledge to not only start in your field, but to excel in it. You have received an excellent, excellent education, and like I said, I know that firsthand. Now to the parents, grandparents, spouses, family members, pets, who have stood beside you throughout this journey, I bet, and maybe this is a little old school, but I bet some of you were a little bit worried about your kid wanting to be an artist or a designer or making video games for a living. My dad was too. He was a construction guy from a tough part of New Jersey, and his son wanted to be an artist, right? It wasn't easy for him, but he supported me. He knew that this is what I wanted to do, and I would work hard at it. And to all of you parents who felt the same way, thank you for supporting kids here today. And they'll thank you for supporting them. I know I did, and I still do, even though my dad has passed. Doing what you love to do for a living is very special and quite rare. Had a long day yesterday. We're working on a game, and one of my designers sat down next to me, and I said, "You look tired." He's like, "Man, I am beat. We are working tough." And I said, "Yeah, I know." And he said, "I wouldn't trade it for the world." Right? We do what we love to do for a living, and that is a gift. Family members, parents, graduates, you made the right decision following your passion, following your dreams. Now let me try and make you all feel even better about this decision and this graduation. You are graduating at an amazing time for jobs. There are jobs for artists, concept artists, 3D artists, designers, producers, engineers, programmers, and more. It is a fantastic time to be starting your career. The game industry is growing and creating jobs everywhere, Everyone I know in the industry is hiring, including me. I've had open recs for 2.5 years. It is now a $247 billion a year industry, and still growing. Creative companies are hiring across the country as well, because I work with some with making posters and covers and things like that. And the tech industry needs thousands of people for the metaverse projects alone. Who knows? Some of you could be pioneers in that huge new endeavor. I'm sure there will be. Your timing couldn't be better. And even though there are a lot of opportunities, you still need to do some legwork to get in the door. I've been hiring people my entire career, so here's just a little advice. I know you're probably getting a little sick of advice, but here's just a little bit. They're my 4 Ps of interviewing, because that's probably going to be coming up. Patience, persistence, passion, and be polite. Patience, because companies don't always work as quickly as you want. Persistence says you want the job. Passion shows you'll give your all. And polite, well, it's just the right thing to do when somebody's giving you a job. And one last thing, yes, I know, stop with the advice, Glenn. Before you interview, just spend a few minutes researching the company and the people you're interviewing with. I know you've probably heard that. But knowing a bit about the place you're going to interview with is very important, and it's extremely important to those doing the interviews. I know it is for me. So if you know you're going to interview with me, you better do some research. That's easy enough on the internet. So enough advice already. Today's a great day. You now have your degree and enough knowledge to take you where your career will lead you. I look forward to seeing what this generation accomplishes and the new creative ideas that spring from your imaginations. And personally, I can't wait to see what new innovations you bring to my field of video games. Thank you again, Dr. Stevens, and the Academy of Art University for this honorary doctorate degree, and for all the alumni that have worked for me and all those that will work for me in the future. And to you, new graduates, have fun, enjoy your work, follow your passion, and don't forget to play some video games. Thank you very much.